March, and I just can't believe it's March already, for starters. And the weather is getting warmer. You can finally see the pavement after weeks and weeks of snow. But most importantly, it's Women's History Month. And it's incredibly important to acknowledge and learn and educate yourselves about how important these female figures were and how much they truly contributed to the ongoing fight for gender equality. Writer, speaker, and chief philosopher of the women's right and suffrage movement, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, formulated a women's right agenda that led to a struggle long into the 20th century. Stanton had forever transformed the civil and political environment of the United States of America by participating in winning rights for women and slaves. Her unwavering contribution to women's suffrage culminated in the 19th Amendment in the Constitution, which gave women the freedom to vote. She committed herself to being an advocate for women of all races and made a mark through her literature.
Let's talk about some current events. The Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine is on the verge of being authorized for emergency use by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Medical analysts say this vaccine is an effective vaccine that offers great protection against severe forms of COVID, including the new variants. The imminent House passage of $1.9 trillion bills addresses many of the foundational goals of a new presidency that would be regarded as a victory for the White House, with only being 6 weeks into the first term for President Biden and his team. Myanmar's United Nations ambassador defied the country's army on Friday and issued an impassioned plea at the UN General Assembly for immediate international action to help overturn the military coup. Also, Ecuador's health minister Juan Carlos Zevallos stepped down on Friday after his department allowed a university official to receive a COVID vaccine ahead of other priority groups. Zevallos, who oversaw Ecuador's approach to the pandemic, came under fire after it was revealed the health ministry had invited a university rector to receive a vaccine for health workers and the elderly.
Hey Woodrow, it's Manav, your host for the Shoutout Corner, and this week's shoutout goes to Miss Richmond. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Miss Richmond elevated her work ethic to ensure that the students of Woodrow always have something to do. For example, the Woodrow Wilson Library website. Miss Richmond has gathered all the beauties of the internet to form one big interactive website. On the Woodrow Wilson Library website, you can use and borrow ebooks, you can find online games to play, and you can even access live animal cams from zoos all across the USA. Miss Richmond also posts fun activities to do on the Woodrow Wilson Library Classroom, each of which has its own point values varying on the difficulty of the activity. Miss Richmond posts fun and interactive activities on the library website and the library classroom, so make sure to check them out. Remember, if you want to be featured on this segment of the morning announcements, just copy this link and paste your message there. That's it for this week's Shoutout Corner.
Welcome to the Creative Corner, the corner that focuses on your talents and interests. This week we have 3 entries. The first entry comes from 7th grader Srijit Chintalapudi with his script coding. Copy down this link if you want to fill out the Google form. Thanks for joining us.